Adolfo Christ mu ene eye Maria oye asori no ne na afidida na yedi sa afidida yi ewo ejoda edi Pentecost echi nti yedi Pentecost ene da no ene joda etoaso na Pope Francis ahyehyɛ sɛ yɛmfa enhyɛ saa ebre yi mu ama entiase a efa Mary sɛ ɔyɛ asɔre ne nano adandi yie ne nyinaa ne sɛ Pentecost yɛ asɔre no na woda sunsum kronkron no esane esuafoɔ ne so no ɛno ne asɔre no na hyɛseɛ ne sɛ so nti no sɛ yɛbɛdi saa afidida yi a yɛdi asɔre na woda no ɛho behia sɛ yɛbɛnya nteaseɛ sɛ yɛyɛ asɔre mu nipa a na etwa sɛ Safu bebu Mary nso oye ena edimayen. Pope Francis kan sembi o se die oyo Kristoni na wamfa Mary se ne nano o te se janka. Owo eja owo enuanom onina. Na nim se abusua bi enu ho no ma ete saa. Agye se ena no afiri mu. Na enen sempa kronkron no ema yehu kwan a Jesus eja na suafo ne ho no mu. Ode ne na ema na chidifo no say onye ena emfa ema won nti o ka kire John say oba hwe unanie na o ka kire Mary nso say ena obanie na efri sabre no o de Mary ekotena ne nchen kosi say ne nkwa etwae nti yei eye ahyensode e de mayen say Mary beye ena enye se oye na ema Jesus nko na emom oye ena edema asori no enyina Jesus na suafo ne na chidifo nyina na wasori ne nchechire mu no se ye kase Mary asori ne na ye wo nchiremu mienu bi a ye de ye nyina so edema saa gidie anase ye beka se anidie a ye de ma Mary se oye asori na ye wo nchiremu mienu a ye de ma the edi kan ene se ono ena owo Jesus Christ nti oye Jesus ne maame na Jesus nso ne asori ni ti asafo ni ti na yentumi nya asafo ni ti wabre ni padua no enka ho minim se yemu hwan na eso ena owo ye nti na so de owo ye ni padua anka ye no nti asori no eye Christ ne ni padua asori ni nyina Christ ne nipadua said Paul etuemu ewo ne nkrata mu tisi de koma Kolosifo ene de koma Korintifo no wucheme asori ni ye Christ ne nipadua ne saso nti se Mary ewo Jesus Christ na Christ ene asori ni ti na ne nipadua ene asori no a na che se Mary a oye Jesus ne na no osan so ye asori no nso ne na yei eye nchiremu a edikan na de toso mienu ene se Mary ni obi a oni Jesus Christ enanti free na hyase na brabo hyase kopem se ni wiase mu akwantuo ekwa wieye yenim se asuafo ni mu no ebra wo chi Jesus no dodo na adwane Peter ene John edi akire na edu baabi no Peter nso ekonya na mane wo asendua na se no na John ejina hobi nti ye beka se John ebo modern ekwa akire but John by Jesus abrabo mu ewo mfimfini baabi ebra Jesus share ne nsem paka se no na John ba na but ye ka obi a one Jesus enante ye etu na sase so akwantu ofri ahyase ekopem awieye a eye Mary nti because oye the companion of Jesus Christ ono ni obi a oye Jesus ne hokafo nya hokafo se bi obi ne yere asem na mum obi a oka Jesus ho ewo na hyase ede kopem na wieye na akenkan se medikan no ebra nyankopon ebo enipa na ode asase so ne nyina ehye ne nsa no oye enipa oba ene bema so that companionship began with even the humanity the origins of humanity say ye hyase say berima ene oba na yenim de kokko wieye say mfomso a edi kan no berima no ene oba no enka bom ene omudwumadi a omudiye ene tete enipa ene nyankopon nkita hodie mu na ekoba se wo se nyankopon enhyehyeye no emredu ya ne ba no eba besesa enipa hyebre na wasan aka ye ne nyankopon abomu no eno nso o hyase one Mary ansa na Mary ewo agenkwa no na Mary ene agenkwa no etu saa kwan yi kosi se dwumadi a Jesus ewie wasendua ne so no ode call ewieye eno atwimpo no Mary ne asuafo ne tena kosi se ne nkwa ekwa ewieye ne da yenim se omo ano mo ne asuafo no wo ho no mo asumsum kronkron ni sane ye no na Mary eka ho bi nti sede akenkan se medikan na ekwa ewieye otwerefo ne mayenya ntiase se efiri se oye bone na asotwe no Nyankopon edan adi kire wo no o se na berima no eto na yire ni din Eve ana se na ye ai kan no Hawa efi se ono ne atiasefo nyina ena ono ne atiasefo nyina ena Mary enso eni Jesus Christ dwumadi omudie no amayen awofoforo amayen ahyase foforo nti Jesus Christ akire yen se eja no naja oyeyen eja na waye nua e de amaye nti Mary a oni Jesus tu saa na mo no woni Nyankopon atu saa na mo e de awofoforo abrenipa no wabehe atiasefo nyina ena a wogidi famu na che se Kristofo yen ya de ho aba bevura Nyankopon ne nkwaje a onam Jesus Christ so ode abreye no Mary eye na e de maye nti nukure mu Mary oye asori ne na se wawo Jesus a oye asori ne ti oye asori ne ye ni nipadua na oye enama Jesus nti oye ena edema asori ni nyina ananso se wasan so eni Jesus etu anamon na enkwaje Nyankopon nam Jesus so odebre adasa mama ya ahyase foforo no oni Jesus etu sa anamon ede call ewieye. So my dear brothers and sisters, this is what we celebrate. Mary, mother of the church. We celebrated Pentecost just yesterday, and the Monday after Pentecost has been fixed by Pope Francis for the celebration of this festival to remind us that the beginnings of the church is in Pentecost, and we cannot have a father or a family without a mother. And so Mary becomes a mother for the whole Christian family, and that is because Mary is the mother of Jesus Christ, who is the head of the church. And just as we cannot have a head separate from the body and then each having different mothers or parents, the same applies to the body of Christ. Mary is the mother of Jesus Christ. The church is the body of Christ. Therefore, Mary is the mother of the church. This is the first of explanations the church give, calling mother the mother of the church, calling Mary the mother of the church. And the second is in her cooperation in God's work of salvation. How God chose her, and she accepted to cooperate with God, irrespective of the difficulties and the challenges that might come her way. She wanted to please God, and so accepted the calling of God to bear the Son of God. And after giving birth to the Son of God, walked through the life journey that Jesus had to go through on this earth till his life expired on earth. When we talk about the life of Jesus, we will call Mary as the one who journeyed with Jesus from the beginning of his life to the end. The disciples came into the life of Jesus during his public ministry. So that was somehow in the ending or the end part of Jesus' life. That was when the disciples came in. But Mary gave birth to Jesus. So she began with Jesus. And at the foot of the cross, as we listened to John's gospel telling us this evening, Mary was standing there. And so Mary has become that person who journeyed with Jesus for the work of redemption. And in the first reading from Genesis chapter 3, the fall of man, and the accounts of how Eve and Adam together and their disobedience to God, bringing about the enmity, so to say, between God and humanity, we notice that after everything, the man named his wife Eve because she has become the mother of all the living. And so Eve becomes the mother of all the living, and Jesus came to bring about new life. So at the death and resurrection of Jesus, a new life has begun. And this new life is as a result of the work of Mary, who is the mother of Jesus, walking in the life of Jesus from the beginning to the end. And so Jesus gives his father as our father. He becomes a brother to all of us. And we cannot have a family where we do not have parents, mother and father. Pope Francis said that anyone who accepts to be a Christian but does not want to accept Mary as a mother is like an orphan. You accept to be a Christian, so Jesus becomes your brother, and his father becomes your father. But you don't want to accept the mother of Jesus as your mother, then what are you? And so Mary becomes the mother of all Christians, all those who have been regenerated, who have been born anew. That is the Christian family, and that is why we celebrate this feast, Mary, mother of the church. And I would want that we reflect on God's visit to Adam and Eve after their fall. Ebra nyankopon ehu se enipa afom no na okokosra won ewo turo ni mu honom. Nyankopon asem odi kan bisa on se mo wehin, and sometimes people make a whole lot of issues around it, say God was displaying ignorance and all that. It was not like that, because enipa afom na yenim yabra bomu se ofom obi a eden so betumi aye the first person to introduce a conversation. So God has to open a conversation, calling on man. Into Adam to call the mind of Adam to himself, because Adam was running from him. Into enyese nyankopon no onim diesi, but oba for reconciliation. And in koma nyankopon any Adam di eni nyina no. De na nyankopon hwehwe fi Adam ni Eve ho ni nyina ne say ombeja atum say yafum. Into obisa ne say, when the catcher say odadeja, who told you are naked? And now where did you abana mekase mendino? God knew everything. He wanted Adam to own up. But Adam blamed it on God himself. Obana odene mame no to say one for obana maha nka we amba nte obana odene mame. Then so Adam eyi na se manu awie where did you abano? Obana odene mame no ono no dada me na medi nti asem o kan say medi but e wo na waye. So God left Adam and then went to Eve. Why did you do this, woman? No, no, so now will be a share. And it looks like God's reconciliation that he brought to humanity, man was not ready for it, because he did not want to accept responsibility for his actions. On person obeje de wahe na tum say ono ena wahe. Eno ni de a course so ewo hono mo a turning the history of humanity towards one side until the coming of Jesus Christ. Into many anward for Christ. And then they di sa afidi de muma yu say Mary be the mother of Christ, the mother of the church, because of her obedience, accepting the plan of God. Nti say yentum po ye tu sa kwan ya ye koi ade nyankopon hwehwe free ho nyina ne say ye bebie yakoma mu na yemfa bibia ensie no. Sister Wendy Beckett said that the essential act of prayer is standing before God unprotected. The essential act of prayer, standing before God unprotected. Empire edimu pa no ne fa ne say yebegyina nyankopon animu a yemfa bibia enkata ye ho. We don't make excuses for anything. Yafuma, yafum. Somebody might have instigated it, but it is ours. And that becomes a reconciliation. So